Hello students. So as I have said that I would be uploading a small video for whatever steps we had followed to georeference that in the practical class. So here it is. So I'll start from the scratch, right from where you should have extracted the data from Google Classroom and the folder named as georef. It would be a zipped folder which would appear something like this. And if you right click and go to this software, you can extract to georef and then it would appear like this. If you double click, there'll be different files which will appear here. So let's open our arc map. I'm using 10.8 version. So even if you have a different version, it would not matter that much, only that some of the tools may have been relocated in a different position. So don't worry about that. Okay, so it's a blank template here. Now, first step, what we'll perform is, if you look at the units here, it is giving you unknown units. That means this empty space, what is called as the data frame, it does not have any projection defined. So let's define the projection here, which we did not do that day, and the result was that even your georeferenced map will not show any spatial reference. So we'll go to view. You will select data frame properties here, and then there are two types of coordinate systems. We'll go with geographic. Select world. If you double click and expand this, you will select WGS 1984. This is the spatial reference that we'll be working with. Click on apply and OK. And now you move your cursor on it, you will see that some values are coming and the units are decimal degrees. So this is the first step that we perform after opening the ArcMap. Now next was that we need to add some data. So this is the add data icon. Advantage with such softwares is that if I hover my mouse over these icons, it will show me what it is all about. So if you hover on this icon, it will show you add data. You click on this little arrow here, it will ask you add data. Now your screen will appear something like this if you have not added any of your previous folder connection, or if you have not opened the ArcMap. So I have deleted the folder connections that I have made so that I can show you again how to make it. So my georeference data is not, the folder that I'm interested is not visible here. So I'll click on folder connections. You can see it's blank. So you will click on here, which says connect to folder. Now I have stored it in my D drive. It's also good practice to always store your data in a separate drive. Usually these GIS files, they are space intensive, and as you go on creating more data sets, you would require space. So ensure that you don't place it in your C drive on which your PC is running, but a separate drive with sufficient space. So I'll click on my PC and I will select D drive. Now you can just leave it at here and go inside the D drive and the required folder and access the data, but we will add the georeference data as a separate folder connection. So I'm just going to that folder. I'm interested in this folder, so I just highlight it, single click it, and you see it has made the folder connection and it is showing me all the data sets also here. So if you click on this up level, it will show you the folder connection. I'm interested in this. I click on add, it will open, and this is the original file, Toposheet. It's part of a topographic sheet for which we are using for practice. So Gotcha South, you will select that. It's in JPEG format and click on add. Even if you double click, it will add the data set. Now it is giving us a warning that it is unknown spatial reference because it has not been georeferenced as yet. So we go ahead, click OK, and the topo sheet has been added. Now we will begin georeferencing What we have done, we have firstly defined the spatial reference for the empty data frame. We've added our folder connection if it is not added, and then we added the data. Now this tool georeferencing, if it is not visible here, let's make it unvisible. Say georeferencing tool is not visible. So what I did, I right clicked on this taskbar here. There are number of options, number of tools. We are interested in georeferencing. So I'll select this. Now georeference tool is visible here. Always you will ensure that the layer that you are interested in, that the layer that we are working on is selected here. We have just added one layer, so not a problem. It will automatically get selected. But in case you have more data sets added here, always ensure that you are georeferencing the correct layer that we are interested in. So let's start. We'll click on this add control points here, and we will start from these corners. Why? Because they have the known coordinates which are given on the topo sheets. So we will use these coordinates and use these points as control points. So let's click on this and click on this intersection of lat long here. When you click once, a number will appear, as you can see. Then we right click and click on input X and Y. Now it will ask you what you want to add here. As discussed that day also, Esri system, firstly, it will always understand it in decimal degrees. Right now, you know the data that is visible to use in degree, minute and seconds format. So firstly, we need to convert that. And secondly, here X does not mean latitude, but it means longitude. So X longitude value will be entered, and under Y your latitude value will be entered. So let me just enter the latitude longitude value here, which is 79. Even after conversion it will remain 79, so not a problem. I'll go ahead with this. And in Y we need the latitude data, that is 30 degree, and we need to convert the minutes. So I'm using an online conversion factor here. There are a number of them available if you Google, and it's 15 and it's 0. And I hit on convert. It has also given you the formula how the conversion is done. So 0.25 should be added. So we will go here 30.25 and click on OK. Now it has disappeared because we have given it a control point and it has reoriented the sheet somewhere in the space. So either you click on this globe button here, that will also zoom in, or if you right click on this layer and say zoom to layer, then also it will bring it back, and you see one data point, control point has been added. You can also look at this control point from this view link table in the georeferencing tool again. So if you click on view link table, it will show you that one data point has been added. If I uncheck this, then you see it is disappeared, but data is still there. So I'll just check it, and it will give you every information here. What is X and Y source, how much residual is there. And as we go on adding more data points, you will see that this total root mean square error will also change. So we should aim for a lower value, and then we can be sure about its accuracy. And transformation, we normally keep it by default. You see number of algorithms are available. So first order polynomial that gives you linear relationship is usually used. So we don't touch it. We keep as the default option. Okay, so let's close this link view table, and let's go ahead with the second control point. So let's see, we will add this control point here. Now this is on the same latitude. So latitude will remain same, but longitude will increase by 5 minutes, which you can see here also. But otherwise also we know that topographic sheets, they have an interval of 5 minutes, so you can easily add and get the value. So I will click again here, left click first, right click will give you this option, click on X and Y. Now X is longitude, which is 79 degree, and we need to convert this 5 minutes. So let's say, I'm not changing this because we just need the decimal part. So this is the calculated portion. I'll just add. Latitude remains the same, so 30.25 as earlier we had entered, and click on OK. Again, let's use this button here. It has come back to in the view panel. Let's go ahead and add other 2 points also. Here longitude is the same, which was 79 degree, and latitude, we know it is at the interval of 5 minutes, so 30 degree and 20 minutes. So let's add this also. We'll zoom. I'm using scroll mouse, so it's easier to work in GIS environment. Left click, right click, input X and Y. X would be the longitude. Now see, because you have already given 2 control points, it should start giving you nearby values. Software is already orienting your data set according to the values that have been given. So longitude was 79 only. We'll just delete that. And 30 degrees and this minutes was 20. Let's convert. It will be this factor. See, almost near. So we will just edit this and again click on OK. Now you see it has not moved dramatically because it is already orienting according to our control points. Let me just add 3 points, otherwise you will add the 4th point also here. You can add multiple points to increase the accuracy, but usually this is a very small part of topographic sheet. So if we go ahead with 4 point data, it should give us good results. Let's check our link table again. Now you see we have added 3 points, so all 3 points will be visible here. It will give you the residual value, and you can see the root mean square error is also very low. This means 10 raised to the power 14, so pretty low. So we are good to go here. I'll close this. Then again we go on georeferencing, hit this little drop down arrow and click on rectify, and this will open this window asking us to save it. You keep the default options for the above two. This is again an algorithm, you can use various. So nearest neighbor is fine here. Output location you have to define. Usually it will take it from whatever data source you had defined here, but still it's good practice to check it. So I'm going to select my folder collection and add and rename this as Geo Topo. Format also will keep as diff and hit on save. So it has done the georeferencing. Now let's remove this old data. Now my folder is already added, so I can either add it from here, or you can also go from catalog. Say if this is also not visible, let me remove this and show how it is added. You see, you can see a small icon here. If you hit on this again, your catalog will open in case it is not added here, and you can pin this to the side panel. So you can also access your data from here. Again, you'll go to folder connection and this folder will be visible, and we've added this new data set. So you can just click and hold on and drag it here. That is another way to add your data. Now you see, if I move my cursor over it, the values in this corner will be shown in decimal degrees because my data frame is also defined. And let's check if this has been georeferenced. So we will go in properties, right click on this, go in properties, and then we can see different values, different properties here. Let's scroll down. Now you see the spatial reference is WGS 1984. It has taken that. Angular unit is in degree. So our topographic sheet is georeferenced. This is the first method. I'll make another short video for the second method.